Ever notice how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have messed with? That's me.
I am not an African American.
You're an Oreo cookie, white in the inside and black on the outside.
I don't have an afro, I have an Amerifro.
Talking that idiotic stuff you talk about, I would slap you.
Go ahead, make my day.
Black as the ace of spades, but 100% American.
Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. The Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show today. I'm talking to Kyle Hunt. He is the founder of White Man March. He will get your call, take your calls at 888-7753-773. Kyle, before going to the break, you were mentioning that the countries that are predominantly white are now being taken over by minorities or colored folks.
Well, it's only a matter of time. The projections for America are that by 2035, I think now, white people will be a minority. Already in the age range of 0 to 5 years old, white children are the minority. Before 2020, all school-aged children in that demographic, white children will be the minority. I don't think that they will ever be given protected minority status, and that's not really what I'm looking for. But when white people become a minority, I think that there will be a lot of dangers for them because of the amount of propaganda that has been instilled in people's minds to hate white folks, to blame them for everything. And you're already starting to see this with various racially motivated attacks against white people.
Like the black knockout assault that are happening to white people.
Yes, exactly. And I think that this will only increase. And this isn't just happening in America. There are projection dates for almost every single European country. And we're being told that we just kind of have to accept this, that this is evolution, that there can be no white countries. And you don't see this diversity agenda being pushed in areas that are too black, too Asian, too Indian, or anywhere else. It's only in areas that are too white. You look in the United States, if a community is too white, then it needs to be diversified. If a community is too black, you don't see them trying to diversify it by bringing in Asians and Mexicans and Pakistanis and whoever. Chinatown, they're not saying that this needs to be diversified with bringing in more white people. It's only when areas are too white that this diversity agenda is imposed. And judging by the UN's own definition of what genocide is, I term what's taking place, this policy of diversifying every single white area, I term this to be genocide. And when you look at the different population numbers and when whites are expected to become a minority, it all starts to make sense that white people are on the way out. And a lot of people just applaud this as the most righteous thing. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to stand up and say, hey, guys, wake up. We can't allow ourselves to be forced out of existence or blended out of existence. I would like to see white people on this globe for centuries and centuries to come. I think that every single race and ethnic group needs to be able to have pride in itself, to protect itself, and to continue its existence into the future.
Your sign says diversity equals white genocide, but it's a little odd in that diversity isn't about killing. Can you explain that?
Sure. Well, this diversity agenda is not about murdering white people necessarily, though that is taking place in some isolated but increasing incidents. But genocide does not need to be just killing members of the group. That's just one condition that could be met for a situation to be termed genocide. But looking at the UN's definition, I'm going to take Article 2 and Part C from this. And if this condition is met, it's considered genocide. This is deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life life calculated to bring about its physical destruction in whole or in part. So what is happening right now is that there are conditions being inflicted upon white people calculated to bring about white people's destruction in whole or in part. And we have been already destroyed in part. So it doesn't just need to be killing members of the group in order to destroy the white community and white people. And there's a lot to this, including the diversity of quotas and affirmative action, which is discrimination. This is government-sponsored racism against white people, ensuring that there are less white people in the workforce, less white people in academia, and that preference is given to everyone but white people, even if they're illegal aliens sometimes. We got to make sure we take care of them over the white American citizens, because we have to punish or somehow handicap the white American citizens, and especially white males. And this is taking away the livelihood of white people. This is taking away jobs and opportunity, and it's not allowing white people to have as many children as they used to be able to. So this, in essence, is also genocide.
Do you think race mixing is wrong?
I'm not to judge what other people are going to be doing. I discourage it because with the incessant race-mixing propaganda that's out there, and with the diversity agenda that's being pushed everywhere, race-mixing will eventually lead to the destruction of, well, not only white culture and white heritage, but also other cultures and heritages as well. The melting pot of America is this kind of concept that we all need to blend together to be one happy humanity. And this is actually antithetical to diversity. If you actually want true diversity, you can't mix everyone together. This is kind of like if you were to take 10 different breeds of dog and put them together in the same kennel for 100 years. After that 100 years, you'll have no more distinct breeds. You'll just have a lot of different mixes. Yeah. And what I'm looking to do is to preserve the various racial and ethnic differences that make humanity so great.
They're trying, or they intend to write you off as an angry, hateful white man. How will you, and how are you dealing with that?
Well, I am somewhat angry when you see that, by definition, there is a genocide taking place of your people, and this isn't a unique thing. Other people have been genocided through history, but this is a massive plan of genocide against white European people. So I am very angry about that, but the way that they'd like to portray me is that I am hateful of anyone who is not white, and that is absolutely not the case. I don't hate anyone because of the color of their skin. I will only hate somebody if they are actively threatening me or my kin. Yeah. And that's natural for anyone. I think that everyone should be allowed to hate, even if it is unjustified, even if you can't understand the reasons for it. We can't outlaw an emotion, and that's what they're trying to do. That's what they've done in other countries with hate speech laws and these hate crimes. And I don't know if you've noticed, but hate crimes only seem to be an issue when it's white on black violence, yeah, or white, yes, on gay violence, or whatever it is. If you're a white person who gets attacked by a black mob, or if you're a white person who gets attacked by an illegal immigrant, it's never going to be a hate crime. It's just a crime. But any time that a white person attacks anybody outside of his race, or attacks a homosexual within his race, it's got to be a hate crime. Get yeah, the federal authorities involved. So this whole hate crap has got to go, in my opinion.
I want to just go back to the race mixing. Are you saying that is wrong or over-encouraged?
I'm saying it's over-encouraged.
Oh,
race
okay.
mixing has been going on for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and you can see the results of this in many different areas around the world, where there is a huge admixture of white people into the Arab people.
Carl, let me take a quick break. We'll come back and let you finish that and take some phone calls.